Yeah. Are you expecting a gift? You could be receiving something, right? You may even be expecting this. You could be seen as a privileged lady. Especially from the perspective of those who want to take advantage of you. Maybe there's something that was hidden, something that you've created that maybe they want to take advantage of. Their eyes are on the prize. There's like sudden wealth here, hitting the jackpot, or you're the jackpot. All right, let's ask the angels, saints, ancestors into our space. Okay, we're going to work with our spirit guides. We're going to ask for them to provide us divine guidance as it relates to this situation here. All right. For our highest and greatest good, for the collective. I feel like somebody is experiencing despair. I feel like you're somebody of high honor and maybe they crossed the wrong one. All right. Let's see. Okay, we have a mature woman. Okay, I feel like there could be something that you do that maybe has created some sort of like detachment. You may have like removed yourself from people, places, and things. There is movement as well. There's like flow, there's progress, there's distance here, things that are happening on the horizon. So it could be like timeline related. Okay, I feel like it has something to do with hard work paying off here. It could be related to what you do for work, or maybe what somebody tried to do as it relates to your work. Okay. Maybe there was some energy that wanted to make things more difficult, hard, like harder labor, like having to work longer and harder instead of things coming with ease, like that kind of energy. Here's that thief. I feel like there's some sort of bondage or some sort of attachment here, okay, that maybe they're not realizing. It could be someone who's like siphoning their energy or motivating them to act from a place of immorality or lack of integrity, wanting to take advantage. There is a house here. I feel like, you know, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you don't know about. Maybe things are kind of like kept close to the chest. There is someone who's experiencing some sort of despair. Maybe, again, we were picking up like there's this high honor. Maybe they wanted to be seen in a position of high honor, and they very well could be falling from grace at this time. I feel like they really liked the appearance of what this brought them. I feel like whatever effort that they've put forth, I feel like they're not benefiting or reaping the rewards from. Again, thief energy. Okay, so I'm getting like someone is finding themselves in a really difficult position. All right, I feel like it's as a result of maybe doing something and being held accountable for it. I feel like somebody did something as it relates to money. I feel like justice is being served here. There's some sort of like court appearance or money being distributed or someone doing something for money and being caught. Okay, there's something that has come to an end, and this also could be through like someone passing as well, but I'm getting like this is like someone's shenanigans coming to an end, right? I feel like this would have continued if someone didn't put an end to it. So there's a pattern here. It has something to do with a courtship and the actual courthouse, right? I have judgment. So someone could be going through some sort of like court hearing or child support or divorce or just legal matters when it relates to a partnership, something that maybe these two did during some sort of courtship, or it's related to them and their relationship. Okay, I feel like there could be evidence being circulated here. They may have tried to steal from an empress, a mature woman. Someone finds themselves in poverty. I feel like there's some sort of like someone may be going to jail feeling imprisoned, stuck, trapped in a situation. And then there's a wealthy male here. And then there's marriage here. Someone is going to prison and the poorhouse. And this is happening in the distant horizon. And it has something to do with the direction that they took with some partnership that they are in. And then I feel like there's, you know, an energy here in the collective that is attracting or is a wealthy man. And there's marriage on the horizon. Someone sees you as high honor. Okay, so it's almost like rags to riches here. There's a message. Sorry about the glare. There's a message. All right, there's also concern here. Maybe there's energy that knows this person, that are concerned, or this person's concerned. All right, so I feel like things are finally catching up to this person here. Okay, what's the concern? The concern is about they're being caught and found out about. I feel like they're being seen for who and what they've been doing behind the scenes here. They're dealing with this in court. So if they stole money or they abused something, I feel like there's some sort of like, you know, having to deal with the consequences. So I'm getting like heavy consequences here. They were working with a false person. They may have like, you know, really done a lot behind the scenes here under false pretenses. Okay. They stole. Okay, they may like have like multiple like appearances. Maybe they change their appearance a lot. Family room here. I'm getting that somebody thought that they were going to like cash in somehow. It has something to do with like, this is like legacy. This is like family money. This is like generational wealth. Like maybe somebody thought that they were going to get access to somebody's generational wealth, but come to find out that was a lie. There's some sort of trickery here. Maybe somebody was promised something in a divorce, but they're not getting it, or they're thinking they're going to get something in a divorce, but they're not. I feel like there's this like expectation of like making it big and then finding out like that's not the case. What's this family room? I feel like this is somebody that they live with. Main male is the one that might be going through an ending here. A drastic ending. I feel like there is someone who continues to think about someone from their past, like reminiscing about somebody. I feel like somebody wants to send a message of concern, maybe about how obsessed this past person is about you. It could be someone that they know. All right. I feel like they're with this other partner, but they're constantly thinking of somebody from the past. This could be masculine or feminine. Okay, I feel that there is some unexpected income here. And this very well could be like, that's the concern, is that like you're the one that is the abundant one, whereas they did and tried the most to get this money, this abundance, this status. I feel like it might be given from a source, an unknown source. You may receive support from someone who, or they may want to actually ask you for a handout because they're in a difficult situation. Interesting. Great fortune, wealthy man. You could be meeting up with somebody who really does see your value and worth and sees that as like a beautiful like addition to their life. Like this is like you being on your destined path, right? This is you taking, you know, the necessary steps towards the light. This is you on your divine path and journey here with a partner that you can trust, that is of high honor like yourself. Okay. Great fortune. I feel like somebody was expecting some sort of handout. I feel like somebody violated the law and finds themselves very stuck in a difficult situation. Something that, you know, that's going to take a lot of time for them to work off is what I'm getting. So this could be like karmic debt. And some of this is legal issues. Some of this is jail time. Some of this is like thinking that whatever, you know, you were going to get from something, you know, it had strings attached. Okay, I feel like something had strings attached. Maybe they didn't realize the strings attached. Right? I feel like whatever this is, someone's really ill and unwell. I feel like maybe some of you may have known that this would be true or come true, or had a premonition, a dream, a vision, or just a knowing that whatever this energy has been up to, it's not going to, you know, there's like this downfall, this catching up with somebody energy. Okay. I'm also getting like they chose this path. There's someone who's like concerned about someone. This could be children, a child in the mix, or something that's been created here as a result of an experience. Either they made this creation or you made the creation. Maybe somebody's like being seen as unfit to care for. Okay. Why are they concerned about this child? What's this? What's with the child? The community. The community is observing this thief, this couple. It could be one person, it could be two. I feel like there's adjudication happening here. There's judgment playing out. So there's very much people being held to account, you know, in the physical realm for the actions that they've taken, potentially against you, collective. All right. Someone pretended to be something that they're not. Maybe they're envious and jealous of this privileged lady and thought that they could take her down a notch. I feel like this community helped this process and they worked with this thief, and now they're all being held accountable for their actions. So yeah, I guess that would be concerning for sure. I feel like they, you know, they were motivated by greed and money. All right. Somebody wanted to appear better than somebody else. There was a main female involved here. Okay, I feel like you're the gift. You are the one with the gifts. I feel like maybe this is what they're envious of. Okay, I feel like they may have like tried to steal things in your life, but they can't steal your spiritual gifts, the blessing on your life. Okay, again, going to courthouse. So you could be dealing with, you know, lots of change here as well as things play out here. I do have an occupation, so this means that like you could be changing professions, jobs, locations, positions, managers, teams, collaborations, you name it. It could be any of those that I mentioned. Okay, you also could be moving. All right, you are perfecting something. You are committed and devoted to whatever craft this is that you have been called to focus on. So continue to work hard on what you're being called to focus on. Yeah. Okay, is there any more at this deck? No. Okay. So what is with this child? Let me just shuffle these a bit here. What is with this child energy? Are they hiding a child? Are they sick and unable to care for a child? I'm getting that. Someone might need to go away for a while, and therefore there's a child. Let's see. Look at, someone might be going away for a while. It could be court ordered and facilitated by an official person. Okay. Tell me more about this child and this bad health. Okay. And there's concern here and despair about this child and the situation that they're finding themselves in. All right. Can you get more info on that? Okay. Water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, fired up, furious with rage, built up emotions, overwhelming thoughts, and very angry. Okay. Someone could be finding out it's not their child and could be very mad. Yeah, I feel like you could be receiving, this is confirmation of like dreams, okay? Secrets, exposure, being judged and hiding the truth. All right, so I feel like you might have received information in regards to what the secrets are. I feel like things are being exposed here and someone's been hiding the truth, and you could have been receiving downloads. You have a strong connection to the spirit world. Okay, and there could be energy that might want to like visit you or share the secrets, spill the tea. Look at pregnancy at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Either there's a pregnancy test, there's a baby that already exists, a child, someone entrapped somebody with a pregnancy, or there's somebody who's conceived and there is a mother figure here. That's regarding the child. Okay. You may have warned this person that there would be some sort of pregnancy scandal or someone's pregnant, right? And maybe back then they may have dismissed it. And then here it is showing up right in their face. All right. All right, so they're very closed off to receiving any kind of feedback, guidance, or advice. There's a lot of anxiety and they're refusing to give in. There could be silence, not speaking, not addressing, not acknowledging, not being responsible or accountable. It's like tuning out. All right, and then we have justice playing out. All right, so there's legal matters, divorce, legal papers, and a court visit. Okay, I feel like somebody took a risk and a gamble. Maybe even partner to partner energy, unsafe decisions and not thinking. I just am reading the card. Okay, so I feel like, someone, is being held accountable for their actions here. I do have family at the bottom of the deck here. I feel like somebody may have risked the family dynamic. Someone maybe went and started a family thinking it was the right thing to do. Maybe think they're falling apart now and they're maybe in court dealing with legal matters. There could be some secrets being exposed. I'm feeling like somebody was entertaining options and maybe doing them to get the other one back. There's this player against player energy, and then there's addictions playing out. So there could be some lustful things going on here. I'm getting that there is somebody who's a bit insatiable. So I am getting sex addiction here, or, doing things to feed an addiction. Okay. I feel like that might have got them caught up in some sort of legal matter, breaking the law. Maybe they're doing this for money. I feel like there is a bit of imprisonment here. So they very much could have actually been doing this at work or with those that they work with. I feel like someone has uncontrollable desires, and I feel like they have this hunger for pleasure. So they're not able to manage their own desires. Okay. They let their desires take over. And so there's a need for some of us to keep things no contact. Okay. Somebody might want to show up on the scene here. We're in the self-love club. Can you see my shirt? Self-love. It's the best love. So I don't know. What's the tea? Regrets. Someone is guilty, feeling ashamed. They're blaming and they're blamable and they're being distant. Okay. Someone finds themselves in the middle of a scandal. Okay. Scandalous. Okay. Oh, the card. I feel like somebody might want to run away, or this is you. You might want to run away into the sunset and just get away from it all. None of this involves you, all right? Like, you're not even, this is not your drama. This is not your circus. Like, I feel like it's time for you to begin a new adventure, and this is not your circus. You could be going on a vacation or traveling. Okay, so that, like, this can be handled with those that it belongs with, all right? If someone's trying to project something towards you, it's not yours, all right? Around fall, what's happening around fall? There could be, I feel like someone could be expressing their love, sending you some good vibes, letting you know that, like, you're the shit. I feel like you're devoted. You can't stop smiling. I feel like you have happiness and you're feeling complete. You've gone through a transformation. Somebody might want to come and ring your house, knock on your door, or phone call, an unexpected visit. Maybe someone is now no longer in your energy and they realize what they had. I don't know. Somebody might want to come visit. What's this? Who this? Who that? Who's trying to show up? Marriage, soulmate energy, sharing goals, and long-term happiness. Interesting. Okay. Might get an unexpected visitor. Ugh, come on, really? We have the third party, the triangulation, love triangle, situationship, the other woman, and a secret hookup. Okay. So somebody might want to, like, bring this drama, this circus to your doorstep. Okay. So make sure you use your discernment to know that, like, this is not your business and you can dismiss them off your property. Building a foundation, feeling safe, and starting a family. Okay. I feel like you're prioritizing yourself and your family. They could be looking at photos, remembering good times, and thinking about you, and maybe dwelling on the past. All right. I feel like this could be the third party's worst fear. I feel like someone's trying to hide the evidence. Screenshots of proof. Trash. Someone feels like they've been thrown out. Someone's letting things go. You've, like, thrown stuff away, or you're purging. This person from your past, their energy here, they could be trying to hide something from the third party or from being discoverable in court. I feel like there could be energy that they're, I don't know, I'm getting like someone's trying to hide evidence. Okay, yeah. Somebody wants you to unblock them. They want to have a conversation. There could be this telepathic love or emotional bond. They're having a hard time, like, going through this process. I feel like they're like inspired by you, but we'll see. What's this? Is this old energy? Yeah. I feel like they're putting up a front. They're pretending that they're happy when they're not. They're a people pleaser. There's hidden motives and there's weird behavior. Okay. So I feel like somebody is, like, off kilter. Okay. Off kilter. All right, someone is trying to, like, show up and show out like a new boo. So someone could be throwing them out as trash. Therefore, like, kind of like maybe on socials, you know, showing everybody their new boo to make this person that would be your old person jealous or something like that. Somebody's, like, seeing somebody new or wants to see somebody new and they're, like, enjoying each other. There's, like, new love energy. But I feel like they're both, like, it's almost like they're, they flaunt this in front of each other in some weird way. I don't know. What is that? I feel like there's a feminine possibly showing off a new boo. Right. feel like there's law enforcement involved, evidence even. Maybe money has exchanged hands for something that was illegal, and there's criminal history here. Maybe somebody went towards somebody to try to get you jealous, but because you threw them out like trash, it never went back again. I feel like they fell for temptation. I feel like they took the wrong path, the wrong journey. They may have gotten themselves caught up, like locked up. I don't know. What's this? You know? I'm tired. All right. Somebody wants to negotiate with you. You don't negotiate with anybody. I feel like you're a divine feminine, all right? You're not negotiating anything. I feel like if somebody wants to try to work something out, I feel like they're a little too late, all right? I feel like you have a strong intuition and you see people's agendas before they execute them. I feel like you could be a healer to others. You're magical, you're tuned in, you're tapped in, and you're on fire. You've gone through your transformation. It's beautiful. They have terms with God, not you, right? Self-love is the best love. Talks about acceptance, accepting oneself, and how you treat yourself is really important, and setting really good intentions and having a self-awareness. Not claiming that you're perfect by any means, because nobody is perfect. And, you know, there is a need to appreciate how far you've come. I feel like this energy continuously leaves strings of people along. I feel like that is how they get things done. They're a puppeteer. They're a puppet master. They're also a puppet. So they play games and they play with other people's feelings. They could be stalking your profile or profile searching, profile creeping. All right. So I feel like they kind of they're watching to see who likes your stuff and then going and looking up that person. All right. So that's the only thing that they have access to do, is to stalk you from afar. I feel like there is denial here. Their lies aren't setting anymore. There's this dismissal and someone's not facing the truth of the situation. They're confused. Someone refuses to give in. They think that this is something they'll win. No. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay. Wow. A long message. I love this. Thank you very much. They're around summertime. You could be meeting a soulmate. Lovebirds. Earth sign, potentially. You're not together, or you are. Let's see, wait. Longing for you. There's distance. There's separation here. So some of you might be dealing with an earth sign and you might be in separation with them, or they're at a long distance. Okay. Jeez. Air sign energy. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there will be, someone's going to let you know. There could be some sort of a gift that arrives, or someone's going to let you know they're thinking of you. I'm also getting like there's an energy of like feeling empty and wanting to run away, feeling invisible even. Someone is a snake. They talk behind your back. They're envious. They're petty, and they seek attention. They're venomous. I feel like they're feeling invisible because they're with a snake. They're feeling unsatisfied with where they find themselves. Okay, they're probably not having any energy reciprocated back to them, so I feel like they're receiving the bare minimum and they're losing interest, or someone's lost interest in them. All right. Again, I feel like their love connection is there's this like betrayal, okay, going on. Yeah, look at, there's the children card. So this is about responsibilities. This is about innocence, immaturity, and childhood. So someone, you might be receiving communication about maybe someone and their responsibilities to a family dynamic. I feel like this energy, this communication could be approaching. It hasn't happened. So there's like this, either a voicemail or awaiting a text. Okay, around spring maybe. Maybe they tried to text you. There's also winter here. So we have like all seasons here. Yeah, I feel like they're holding back with decisions, or maybe they feel like they didn't make a decision when they should have. I feel like they want to come towards you, but they're indecisive and they're procrastinating. All right, there is someone who is being seen as a clown. I feel like someone fell for the appearances of things, and there's humiliation and feeling ashamed for whatever decisions or lack of that have been made here. I feel like there is emotions running high, like in and out energy, clashing, like just high strung, like really high highs, really low lows, like a wave. And not being able to regulate, okay? Not being able to kind of like harmonize. There's spiritual communication here. There's a contract here. There's telepathic communication here. There's signs, synchronicities, and song lyrics. They may be reminded of you constantly. It triggers their childhood wounds. There's flashbacks, as well as they're ready to explode and they got caught in the act. Thank you. And there's this energy of, oh my gosh, I can't get the card. Obsession. Holding on, can't let go, and just clinging. All right. I feel like you could be someone's addiction. They could be obsessed with you and your life. And they're operating from like this shadow, right? This like, you know, I feel like there's a lot of trauma that was created from dealing with all of this, right? Someone very much might want to reconcile with you, have a second chance. But I feel like the trust is gone and will forever be gone for whoever I'm picking up on. I feel like, you know, the damage has been done. I feel like there is a questioning of whether this person says it does, you know, or are they hiding something that says down low. It does said like something about their lifestyle didn't align with yours. I feel like they took the path to explore this and you kept going and you kept moving on your path. And there's nothing, you know, wrong with that. Like knowing that like, hey, this isn't for me. I think it's about how you handle yourself, right? In difficult situations, you're accountable for how you handle yourself. I feel like somebody was a snake in the grass. I feel like they've been plotting, coming after you. They've been playing a game, trying to get some sort of revenge on you. You know, they're extremely immature and they want to get even at all costs. I feel like the time is running out on them, and I feel like they're feeling this. All right, they're realizing like their past trauma, it's bubbling up, and they're becoming very defensive, and it's really created a big mess in their life, as you can tell. All right, and whatever they've been doing, they've been caught. Okay, so things are playing out as they're supposed to as it relates to this particular situation. It's a collective read, so if you're looking for some personal type guidance, I would book a personal with me. I offer many options on the website betweenbothworlds.org. Okay, And, you know, if you are someone who receives divine messages, downloads, guidance, intuitive hits, visions, that type of thing, you know, trust your inner GPS. Usually it's spot on, okay? And usually there's something shortly that's going to help like confirm it for you. So my readings are very specific, right? And if anything in my readings doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. Like, you don't have to make it fit, okay? However, there are parts that will be very confirming for you. And for that reason, in that moment, that message is for you. And so just know that there's, you know, 15, I don't even know how many. There's a lot of people. So I hope that this finds who it's meant to find, is my point. I trust in spirit, and I trust in my faith and my belief in God that it will find who it's meant to find. And just know that this is a journey, okay? Self-love club, it's a journey. It's not a destination, and we're all in it together. All right, so I wish you nothing but the best, and I'm sending out lots of love, and have the most amazing day. Bye now.